Today we have with us KNC Nair, the CIO of Muthoot Finance. Nair, welcome to the Saltmart CIO interview series.
Nice to meet you.
Yes.
Thanks.
To start with, could you please introduce yourself to our audience and the work that you do at Muthoot Finance?
Yeah, my name is KNC Nair. Last 2 years I have been working with Muthoot Group as CIO and General Manager IT. Prior to that, I was with the Reserve Bank of India for 12 years and worked in the IT field. And again, I headed the IT in Federal Bank for 11 years and followed by another 4 years in the consulting. That's my background. Most of my experience has been transforming the financial services with the help of IT.
Yeah. Okay. What are some of the pressures you face on a daily basis as a CIO?
Technology is leveraged, maximum by the financial services. In the banking and finance, basically it is, data driven or information driven. So all our transactions, back office and MIS and business intelligence, CRM, everything is, based on data. So, the pressure maximum we are facing is to provide uninterrupted and quick service. For example, we are having 3,900 branches across the country. So, at any day, some of the branches will not have the network. So, and some systems may not be working. That kind of. Plus, of course, at the back end, to use this technology and add business value. That is the other part of the the strategic planning kind of expectation from the CIO.
Has meant that they need to focus more on the fundamental needs and priorities of the business before addressing IT.
Right.
What is most important to you in your role?
As a CIO, what the board and the management expect is to infuse technology or to absorb technology and bring value, add value. For example, how to make the customer experience much more faster, much more convenient. For example, earlier we didn't have the interconnectivity. Presently, we are actually centralizing the entire operation. So any customer can go to any branch and do transactions, which was not possible earlier. Now the customer is that of the organization or a company instead of a branch. So we have to enable that. And there again, cost effectiveness is the most important. We can do, let us say, all the branches through a lease line network, which is expensive. So what we had to do is, we had to experiment different options and come out with the most optimized, most cost-effective solution. And in the case of networking, we finalized on the VPN broadband, which is only 1/3 of the cost of the normal lease line.
Okay.
So that kind of innovations we had to bring in.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. The CEO, CFO to CIO dynamic continues to be a topic among industry analysts, as there is still a debate as to the role of the CIO and where exactly he is positioned in relation to his C-level peers. How do you manage and maintain a flourishing relationship with your CEO and CFO, and what steps do you take to ensure you're meeting both business and IT needs and apportioning your time effectively?
Okay, primarily I forget that I am a technology person. I always think about in the shoes of a business person. So let us say, to when we design an application, for example, from the point of view of its cost effectiveness and value addition. For example, how it can add convenience to the customer, or whether it can reduce cost. For example, how to reduce paper movement, that again, it is convenient, it is speedier, and it is very cost effective. So for me, there is not much need to convince the management that this investment is needed, etc. They know, I mean, they have trust in me that I'll find out the most cost effective solution. So that way, that challenge is actually minimum for me.
Right. Sounds good. Yeah. What role does social media play in your company? Do you feel like social networks have made an impact on your business?
Oh, sure. See, it may not be that pervasive now, since our profile and clientele's let's say social status, or the profile is, they are not very IT savvy as of now. They are not at the the young stage. If we take the the demographic profile, maybe average age maybe above 35 or above 40 kind of thing. But going forward, these youngsters will also more and more become our customers, and they are the IT savvy, the new generation people. They always are online. So definitely social media plays a major role, and we already started some of the efforts, like our presence in the we got our presence on the iPad and other Facebook, we are there. So like that, we already taken initiative.
Implementing cloud architecture into your company, and what are the biggest challenges of working in the cloud and your biggest success story so far?
Oh yeah, we experimented last year. For example, we have been selling these gold coins, and gold coins, as you know, or 2 seasons are the the sale is at the peak. For example, Dhanteras and Akshaya Tritiya. So what we thought, just for meeting that requirement, 2 times a year, we need not build up higher end or scale up solution. It is not advisable. So cloud is actually, we thought that is a perfect solution, so that when the transactions go up, automatically the system will scale up. So we tied up with one of the vendor, and last year we tried. What happened? By 10 o'clock, the system actually broke down. I mean, it was not scale up. The system hung actually. So then we desperately called them, and they told, no, our servers are in Singapore, and they have to contact, and they have to increase virtual machine. Finally, whatever, I mean, it didn't work. So I'm not very pessimistic in that way. Maybe initial experience was like that. In future, they may address all these things. Right. But the initial trial was not very successful.
Right. The first impression is not very good.
Yeah.
Okay. Have there been any changes in the way that you've used security recently, and how big of an issue is online protection to your company, being in finance?
Oh yeah, sure. See, as I mentioned, finance means we are dealing data. There is nothing else. Data is the most important. We used to say in our company, we give loans based on gold as asset. We say the second asset is data. If the customer data is gone into a competitor, or if the privacy of the data is revealed or leaked, then this is a heavy loss. We can be sued, and the damage will be very heavy. So we are taking adequate security measures to protect the privacy, and as also to ensure all the CIA, the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of the data.
Right.
Yes.
Have you noticed a shift in the workplace bring your own device trend, and how it has affected workplace productivity? Do you feel that people are more connected because of it, or do you feel that it's more of a nuisance?
No, I view it as it is a great convenience, and it gives great flexibility. Only thing is, we have to take enough care to ensure that the data is protected, and the systems are not misused, etc. So more and more people are actually bringing iPad, and we are providing, for example, our top executives the essential MIS through the iPad, so they can actually get them almost on real-time basis. Similarly, all the key figures we are sending through the SMS to the top executives, so they will know time to time what is happening, etc. Right. So yeah, the things will change, and more people will use it.
Okay. Yeah. So what's the next big thing in IT in your opinion, and what are your top IT priorities for the next 12 months going forward?
Yeah, presently we are implementing the core banking solution, centralizing so we got nearing 4,000 branches, and all these will be interconnected, and the application will be centrally hosted, so that customers can get anywhere, anytime convenience, and management will have better control, so that real-time basis we get all the MIS. And then next step we want to extend it to the through web to the customers themselves, through the internet transaction facility. That will be the next. Then we will extend it to the mobile devices. Through mobiles, they can let us say some customer wants to remit the interest. He or she can send an SMS or transfer from the respective bank account to our account. That kind of facility we are going to enable.
Okay.
Yes.
In terms of selecting IT vendors and choosing and negotiating the best IT services and solutions for your organization, what are the important tenets that you follow to ensure vendors fully understand your business needs and work in harmony with your department to achieve your vision?
Yeah, when we select vendors, we assess them whether they can fit as a partner, as a technology partner, rather than a vendor. Vendor means he will sell something and he will vanish. No, we want them to be with us and advise us, handhold us, and any kind of issues come forward, or even proactively prevent all those things. That kind of a partner we are we give value for that.
Right. Okay. Yeah. If you could impart some words of wisdom to the younger you when you were first starting out in IT, what would you say? Would you do anything different?
I will say, initial days I was more focused on the technology part of it, and didn't care about the applications or the other end, the users or the business. I could have been given more care, and could have learned more about the businesses. Yeah.
Okay. As a CIO, you get bombarded probably daily with new technologies and trends. Some of them pick up and take off literally overnight, and others dissolve as quickly as they appeared. What is your best advice to CIOs who are looking to make significant advancements but without overseeing or taking unnecessary risks?
The best way maybe to pilot in a small way, and do some good assessment whether it is actually suitable for our environment. And then of course do some market survey, get feedback on the experience of other users, so that whether we should go in that line or not. That is how we had done in the cloud experimentation. So we got some good feedback, and we experimented. So experiment didn't succeed initially. Hopefully it will work maybe in future.
Right. Okay. Nair, it's been a pleasure talking to you. Thank you for interviewing with Saltmarch.
Thank you. Welcome.